Hey, hi everyone. This will be a random impromptu conversation where I'll be talking one on one with you regarding life. Um, so, there are times when you come across an instance where you think, oh, is everything going right? Am I doing the right thing? Do you think a lot about the situation or the decisions that you make rather than working on it? That's because you are unable to assess the time taken to get at the finish line, and you are unable to assess the unbiased opinion of how much effort you have given versus how much it actually needs. What do you do in this kind of situations? The one simple rule of thumb that you do in this kind of situation is to compare yourself with others. I know this is very counterintuitive, but when you compare yourself with the standard that is being set in the society, that's when you get an unbiased opinion of others. Essentially, it's a biased opinion of someone else. But when you look at it, when you see the standard, when you see the competitive analysis of any particular thing that you're working on, you will see how behind you lack. And then that's where you don't see it in a way, oh, I have put so much effort, I'm still not able to get to the finish line. Then you will see that in a way in terms of data, right? Out of 10 million people who are who have successfully done this job, what is the benchmark? Are you even hitting the benchmark, or are you just lying to yourself just like any other day? The more you lie to yourself, the more you lie to the people as well. So if you're just lying to yourself, you'll just get to know that you're not meeting the levels. It doesn't matter what field you are in, it doesn't matter what you're doing. Everything has a benchmark because anything that plays in number has a benchmark. Because statistically, you can essentially create a bell curve in anything and everything that is being played in numbers. Numbers means large quantities, right? Anything greater than one is a number game. So the next time you feel that, hey, I'm falling behind, I don't know what to do. I've been trying so hard for so long and I'm still not able to touch the benchmark. Ask yourself, have you made a chart or an Excel sheet that you have been tracking month by month, week by week, day by day, that you have been putting constant work on it, into it? Are you watering your plants all day, every day? Similar way, are you putting the right amount of work that is needed to get this thing done every single day? It's a very simple question. Are you consistent? If you are consistent, then are you putting the right efforts? Which means, what is your technique? How good is your technique? A bad technique with 1,000 kicks won't lead you anywhere, whereas a good technique with probably less number of kicks will lead you to eventually where you eventually end up having great skill at kickboxing or any martial art. So ask yourself, are you lying to yourself? Or are you telling yourself the truth? Where do you stand? Are you really at the place where you're asking how much you deserve, or you deserve less? Or you deserve exactly how much have you put in the effort? You talk about lot on how I want to do this, that, so on and so forth. where you put an effort in none of them. Or you probably are a person who's a firm believer of doing one thing at a time, and you do, then most likely you wouldn't face that problem and you wouldn't be here. If you are here, then most likely you're dishonest with yourself. You're just doing it for the sake of it. You would rather do something else where you know your strengths lies in, you know where you will be able to do the thing if you play by your strengths. But maybe that is very boring, that is not very exciting. And it's for the people who think exciting things will always lead you to success. No, exciting thing will lead you to start the thing. It will help you to start with the thing. It won't lead you to work long hours or work consistently for the goal that you wanted or for the big goal that you always wanted. Only discipline and consistency stays over the long run. Everything else fade away. There's a fine difference between a car that lasts longer. That's why uh, some people prefer Camry over the other expensive cars, right? Durability, discipline. Ask yourself just one question: can you stay in the game longer than anyone else even after you lose? Or you just lose your motivation just in a single snap of defeat? Then you don't want that thing truly. You just like the idea of it because everyone wants it, everyone has it, or probably someone else has had it. You just like the idea of having most of the things. You don't really want it. Well, again, it comes to a deep rooted insecurity, which we can talk in some other video. But if you truly, truly want it, you will do it. I know there's some level of ego that acts as a fuel that drives it. But again, this is just the start. Ego will help you start with a lot of things, but it won't lead you to the finish line because most of the things are of the type marathon and not a sprint. I wish most of them were sprint, but they are of the type marathon. So if you want to really, really finish your goals off the chart, then you must have to be in place with yourself. Tell yourself the truth and nothing more, nothing less, but just the truth. Probably you might lie to the world, but you can't lie to yourself. Tell yourself the truth. Get in line with your truth. Get in line with your reality. Work on it and ruthlessly align your decisions with the observation you have made from the efforts that you have kept or have you have keep kept to achieve any goal. That is it. That's all it is needed. Anything and everything else will just lead you to a life where you will eventually run away from yourself because you start lying so much to yourself. Now you don't know the difference between whether it's a lie or the lie that you told yourself is the truth. And eventually you will convince yourself that your mediocrity, your mediocrity is what is all you have. And you'll start believing that you can't do anything more than that. Don't be that person because, again, that person is helpless. Don't be mentally helpless. Open your eyes. Look around and see these are just mental barriers. Cheers. I'll see you in the next one.